Navigating the Path to the Afterlife, 10 Explanations on Which Religion Leads to Heaven, Exploring the Quest for Spiritual Salvation. The quest for spiritual salvation and the promise of an afterlife have been central themes in religious traditions throughout history. Across cultures and civilizations, various religions offer beliefs, rituals, and teachings that promise a path to heaven or a state of eternal bliss after death. In this thought-provoking exploration, we'll delve into 10 explanations that examine the concept of heaven across different religions, shedding light on the diverse perspectives and interpretations of the afterlife. 1. Christianity. In Christianity, heaven is depicted as the eternal dwelling place of God and the blessed souls who have been saved through faith in Jesus Christ. According to Christian doctrine, salvation is achieved through belief in Jesus as the Son of God and the acceptance of his sacrifice for the forgiveness of sins. Those who adhere to Christian teachings and lead a righteous life are promised entry into heaven, where they will experience eternal joy and communion with God. 2. Islam. In Islam, heaven, known as Janna, is described as a paradise of exquisite beauty and eternal bliss. Muslims believe that entry into heaven is attained through faith in Allah, God, obedience to Islamic teachings, and the performance of good deeds. The Quran outlines the criteria for admission into paradise, including belief in the oneness of God, righteous conduct, and submission to the divine will. 3. Judaism. In Judaism, the concept of heaven is less clearly defined compared to other religions. While some Jewish traditions envision an afterlife of spiritual reward for the righteous, others focus more on the importance of leading a virtuous life in this world. The emphasis in Judaism is on fulfilling ethical and moral obligations, rather than seeking rewards in the afterlife. 4. Hinduism. In Hinduism, the concept of heaven is intertwined with the belief in reincarnation and karma. Hindus believe in a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, with the ultimate goal of achieving moksha, or liberation from the cycle of reincarnation. While heaven, or svarga, is considered a temporary abode for virtuous souls between lifetimes, the ultimate aim is to transcend the cycle of samsara and attain union with the divine. 5. Buddhism. In Buddhism, the concept of heaven, or nirvana, represents the state of enlightenment and liberation from suffering. Buddhists believe that nirvana is attained through the realization of the Four Noble Truths and the practice of the Eightfold Path. While nirvana is often depicted as a state of blissful peace and cessation of suffering, it is not considered a permanent abode or eternal reward in the traditional sense. 6. Sikhism. In Sikhism, heaven is described as Sachkhand, the realm of truth, where the soul is reunited with the divine creator, Waheguru. Sikhs believe that entry into Sachkhand is achieved through devotion to God, righteous living, and the practice of selfless service, seva. The ultimate goal is to merge with the divine and experience eternal union with Waheguru. 7. Taoism. In Taoism, the concept of heaven, or Tian, is closely associated with the harmony of the natural world and the cosmic order. Heaven is viewed as the source of spiritual energy and the embodiment of the Tao, or the way of nature. Taoists seek to align themselves with the flow of the Tao through meditation, virtuous conduct, and harmonious living, in the hope of attaining spiritual enlightenment and union with the divine. 8. Indigenous religions. In indigenous religions around the world, the concept of heaven varies widely depending on cultural beliefs and practices. Many indigenous cultures envision an afterlife that is intimately connected to the natural world and the ancestral spirits. Rituals, ceremonies, and traditions are often performed to honor the spirits and ensure a peaceful transition to the realm of the ancestors. 9. New Age spirituality. In New Age spirituality, heaven is often depicted as a state of higher consciousness and spiritual evolution. Beliefs vary widely, but common themes include the idea of ascending to higher dimensions of reality, connecting with angelic beings or spirit guides, and experiencing a sense of oneness with the universe. Practices such as meditation, energy healing, and self-exploration are often used to facilitate spiritual growth and enlightenment. 10. Universalist perspectives. Some religious and philosophical traditions embrace universalist perspectives that emphasize the inherent worth and dignity of all beings, regardless of religious affiliation. These perspectives often advocate for inclusivity, compassion, and acceptance of diverse beliefs, suggesting that multiple paths may lead to spiritual fulfillment and enlightenment. Conclusion: embracing diversity in the quest for spiritual truth. The concept of heaven and the pursuit of spiritual salvation are deeply personal and culturally influenced journeys that reflect humanity's quest for meaning, purpose, and transcendence. While religions offer diverse interpretations of the afterlife and the path to heaven, they share common themes of faith, morality, and the longing for divine communion. By embracing the richness and diversity of religious traditions, we can cultivate greater understanding, tolerance, and appreciation for the myriad ways in which humanity seeks connection with the divine.